It's on you, bro.
Yo, what's happening? How y'all doing out there? This your boy OG Benny Black. Respect the Game Radio. Y'all do me a favor before we get into it. Y'all go hit that like and subscribe button at Respect the Game Radio. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Keep me in the algorithm, y'all. Today, I got my partner, my co-host, my nigga Meech, back on the show with me. What's happening, Meech?
What's going on with you?
We just came to kick it with y'all today on a few topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just a few of them.
Yeah. What it is, Meech?
First thing, you know what I mean? I want to talk about shit. Everybody talking about this whole Diddy situation.
Right.
So it's a lot of allegations coming out. You know what I mean? It's always been rumored. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of allegations coming out about Diddy and his sexual habits and all that stuff. And several people got lawsuits and stuff. You know how that shit go, man.
Right.
One person come out the woodwork, 13, you know what I mean? Other people come out the woodwork.
Right.
So it's a lot of people making lawsuits against Diddy, and you know what I mean? I think they took him off the board. I believe they took him off the board of Revolt. You know what I mean? Ciroc not fucking with him no more. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on with bro. So I was wondering, you know what I mean? I wanted you to get your take on the whole situation and how you feel about it. Because it's always been rumored that Diddy been on some, you know what I mean, some funny shit. So now, you know what I mean, everybody always say, and then I got homies that's you know, connected with the music industry and shit. And, you know what I mean, they be telling me stories that they've heard from a lot of big time people that they were working with, stuff like that, about, you know, a lot of gay stuff going on. And, you know what I mean, just different wild sexual acts going on within the industry. Hollywood as well, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got one Harvey Weinstein, you know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I mean, everybody know what he got going on. So how you feel about the whole Diddy situation?
Man, first of all, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? It's real sad, you know, that to see Diddy have to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know, it's sad to see anybody have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? But
for sure,
if you did it, if you wrong, you know what I'm saying? You gotta suffer the consequences.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And me personally, I don't know if Diddy did it, if he did it or not. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like
that shit tongue twisted.
It's like that shit fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm tongue twisted like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, you know, I don't know whether Diddy did it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And they got there's some new paperwork that just came out. Everybody posting this shit online. It's supposed to be in one of the lawsuits. Meek Mill had a sexual relationship with a Philly rapper that we used to date, Nicki Minaj.
Meek Mill? I didn't see that.
So
not yet. Anyway.
Meek got on social media and you know what I mean, said denied the allegations. You know what I mean, said his piece with the shit.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy how shit coming out. Like, don't get it twisted. Diddy is not gonna hurt too bad from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. He already paid off Cassie. Right. Got her out the way for an undisclosed amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like I said, he got like I believe the number was like 13 lawsuits. I could be wrong. It could be less. Could be more. Right. But yeah, paid Cassie, got her out the way. But there's always been a lot of rumors to you know Diddy, and if he did it, if he didn't do it, you know what I mean, or you know what I mean, the things he got going on. And it's just always been.
I want to say this. I'm gonna say this, Mitch. Like I said, I don't know if Diddy did, if he really did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if he did that, you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up. And, you know, you got to suffer the consequences for your actions. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder, like, some of the shit I be hearing, like, what mind frame you, like, where your mind at? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, he did have,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
he did have a former interview on Vlad TV do an interview, right?
Right.
I believe buddy name was Gene or something like that, but it was an old bodyguard for Diddy. So he said Diddy was in the room, right? Him and Ja Rule, and he said Diddy told him he don't want to be in the room.
Right.
So one of Ja Rule people came up to the room or wherever they was at, and you know the old bodyguard who giving the interview said he was standing outside the door.
Right.
So he said Ja Rule people was trying to get in the room. So he was telling them, hey, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? So it became a little tussle, you know what I mean? Shit was getting loud and whatever.
Yeah.
So he said Diddy came and snatched open the door, and him and Ja Rule was standing in the room with nothing but towels around their waist. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, man. I saw an interview with
that shit get wicked. You know what I'm saying?
I saw an interview with Usher, man. With Usher, I saw an interview and they was asking Usher about some of the wild parties that Diddy used to throw.
Right.
And Usher even said, you know, a lot of it is stuff that you shouldn't even that he can't even speak on. You feel what I'm saying? So do I think there's some truth to some of that stuff that they saying? It probably is. But from me to Diddy, bruh, if you see this, if you did that, bruh, you gotta get your shit together, bruh.
Cause what?
And you fucked up.
I got
you know what I mean?
Right?
And that's all I gotta say.
I got a homeboy, right? He's he used to produce, he was an artist, all that stuff, right? So he got a this big time artist he was working with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the dude, the artist was telling him a story. So he said we went to one of them big mansion parties, right?
Right.
And he said every room there was some different shit going on in the mansion party.
Mm-hmm.
So if you open the door, you see some shit you into, you go in that bitch, close the door behind you.
Right.
If you go open the door, you see some shit you're not into, and you stay out there, you close that bitch back, and you keep it moving. So he said he opened
that shit, that crazy.
He said he opened one door, right?
Yeah.
So the guy says he opened one door. He see Usher, and it was another person. I forgot who was Genuine.
Yeah.
Usher and Genuine surrounded by women, right?
Yeah, right.
Allegedly.
Right.
Surrounded by women and kissing each other.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I done heard about some of the wild parties, man. You know what I'm saying?
And the shit come from.
I done heard about some of the wild parties.
It come from somebody up there. You know what I mean?
You know when you first hear it, you be like, oh man, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But then when you keep hearing
it,
come on, like, wait a minute now. And everybody got different stories at different times that sound wild as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But,
man.
Yeah, man. And then they say, because they say what they do is, they say what the motherfuckers do is they come at you with the gay shit, right?
Yeah.
And they say they come at you with the gay shit. And if you break and give in to that shit, right, they'll pretty much, you know, go ahead and go through with the shit and record you secretly. And then play the tape back for you and be like, you don't want this shit to get out, nigga, blah, blah, blah. And now they got you by the balls. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Figuratively and fucking physically.
You know, I ain't got nothing against nobody. However, whatever
your sexual orientation is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever you like, man, boy, whatever. I don't got nothing to do with that.
Man, woman, whatever.
You know what I mean? I don't got nothing to do with that. You feel what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Because I know good
That's your
people.
twist.
I know good people that like the other sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know good people on man and woman. You know what I'm saying? That know that they like the other sex. So that never had a problem with that. I'm never gonna have a problem with that because they business is they business.
For sure.
But all that wild stuff, man, that I'm hearing about Puff Daddy, man, that's
Listen,
crazy.
man. So
that's crazy.
You know what I mean? I think one of the lawsuits said she was sexually assaulted. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit. And like I said, it's gonna ruin his reputation. But
And that's what I think it is.
It's not going to ruin his pockets.
It's not about the money.
Yeah, it ain't
it's
about the money.
It's about his name. It's about standing on his name. It's about standing on his personality. It's about standing on who he is. It's going to shatter all of that.
Especially as a black man, it's going to be that asterisk next to this shit.
He's still going to fall on the
because they're going to say, Puffy, you know what I mean, broke all these artists. Puffy sold all these records.
Right.
You know what I mean? Puffy produced all these great records.
Right.
Puffy, you know what I mean? Just all the great shit he did for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, they're going to say, but, you know what I mean? He sexually assaulted motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
As a black man, it's always something like that. Like, all the great entertainers.
Let me ask you a question.
All the great entertainers got something next to it. James Brown, woman beater.
Right.
Michael Jackson, you know what I mean? A rapist. You know what I mean? R. Kelly, rapist. Like everybody.
And that's what I was gonna ask you.
Not to say all of them are fake. I mean, are not true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some of them are true. I believe that R. Kelly shit.
And that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, why is that? Why do every African American, Black American that's somebody or make it, somewhere, why do become somebody big? Why do they have to leave the game with something tagged to their name?
With a stain on it.
Like even with Whitney Houston, bro.
I just feel like
you know what I'm saying. Like it's just crazy.
It's with all of them, and crazy. At the end of the day, and we're gonna be real. People with the darker skin always got it hardest in this country. You know what I'm saying? Black folks still got it hard in this country. So you either gotta be an athlete or an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So and even when you are, it's hard for them to stay clean because all they want to make money off. They see dollar signs. Right. That's why when you go to the NBA, NFL, they give you a contract, right? Because whatever they paying Steph Curry $50 million a year. Right. That means they expect to make $100 million at least off Steph Curry that year. Right. You know what I'm saying? They give you a record deal. If Jive come to you right now with a record deal and Jive offer you $2 million, you know what I mean, for a record deal, that means they expect to make at least four off your ass. And if they only make four, they still taking a loss. You know what I'm saying? But it's an investment. It's always an investment. When somebody pays you something, it's an investment. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. So with matter of fact, with this whole Diddy shit, I just feel like it's always going to be a stain that's in there. That's why I give LeBron James so much credit because LeBron don't have no, you know what I mean, alligator. Like you look at every black Allen Iverson, he was too hood. Kobe Bryant, they bring up that shit from Colorado with the white girl that said he raped her. You know what I mean? LeBron don't have no scandal. No, you can't never say.
Shout out to LeBron. Hope he can keep it like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with LeBron. Like,
hope he can keep it like
don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's been women that came out and said LeBron, you know what I mean, they was a side chick or whatever it was. It ain't nothing come from that. It wasn't no proof of that, none of that shit. Right. LeBron been with the same woman since high school. Right. You know what I mean? Have all his kids with the same woman. Set her up. She got her own businesses now. So it ain't like she just sitting there home. You know what I mean? She a boss chick. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to LeBron, man.
And he set up his homies. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard as a black man, especially when you're rich and famous, it's hard to keep the stains off your name. Hell, a lot of the white dudes is like that. Like motherfuckers still look at Robert Downey Jr. as, you know what I mean, a drug addict and all that shit from the 90s and early 2000s. Sure. That man done revamped his whole career. For sure. You see what I'm saying? Now he Iron Man and he in, you know what I mean? This motherfucker is in what do you call them shit? This nigga's part of a Fast and Furious type shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Iron Man 1, 2, 3, and all the rest of Avengers and all that shit. For sure. So but for us, just like any other thing, bro, it's always harder for us than it is for the white dude. Yeah, man. So that's just facts, man. We gotta change the narrative, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We gotta change the narrative, man. You know what I mean? But see, the crazy thing is, that's why I was so with Tyler Perry starting his own studio in Atlanta. You know what I mean? They was always already dubbing Atlanta Black Hollywood. And I was already, you know what I mean? I was with that. Because then you get away from them and you make our money. you know what I mean, with our shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that would kind of help almost get away from the, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that shit even turned out bad because now you got Monique coming at Tyler Perry, and you know what I mean? And then, which I never really trust Oprah 100%, but you got Taraji saying Oprah treated her certain, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard because you got to watch them, and then you also got to watch us.
True.
Because we try to do each other wrong,
That's
do
true.
each other bad, you know what I mean? With greed and everything else.
That's so true, man.
That's why it's hard, bro. It's hard for the black man getting up every day.
That's so true. That's so true, man.
You might have a motherfucker. I've seen people who got jobs, right? Mm-hmm. And take positions that they're not even qualified for. I mean, they overqualified for, but this is what they was offered. And then they show their potential within their job that they can, you know what I mean? They're somebody that can potentially move up in the company or whatever. And the motherfucker turn around and fire him because they threatened by him. You know what I mean? So just a regular black person is hard for. But imagine, you know what I mean? Imagine somebody that's famous and you sitting in the office and dealing with these Hollywood executives and, you know what I mean, music executives. Because you got to look at it, bro. All the record labels, none of them, like all the big record labels I'm talking about, none of them are owned by us.
That's true.
All the motherfuckers, Leor Cohen, that's a Jew. Mm-hmm. That's a Jewish white dude. You know what I mean? Jimmy Iovine, that's a white dude. All these guys that run these big record companies, bro, ain't none of them us. But they pushing our music.
That's true.
That's why I be saying, bro, this shit does not matter. People will be, the people that's famous, I ain't gonna say all of them, but most of the people that's famous as far as big artists,
right,
they're famous because these are the artists that they push. These are the ones they put on the radio.
Right.
These are the ones they choose to put on the radio.
Right.
There's a lot of artists out here that a lot of people don't listen to or never heard of because they don't get the exposure as, you know what I mean? The music they put out, this Sexy Red shit.
Yeah.
Who would have? If Sexy Red, if they didn't put her out there, who the fuck is gonna listen to that shit?
You feel me?
Let's be real.
Yeah, but that's the narrative they pushing.
These are the artists that they putting out there for us to see, and we so brainwashed that we just fall right into it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We just fall right into it, and this is the shit we following. Mm-hmm. It's just, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but yeah, man, that's why I feel like it's harder for the black.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that, bro. With what you said, you know what I'm saying? It make a whole lot of sense when you really think about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real, man. Like,
so that's why I just feel like it's harder for the black entertainer, man, to keep a stain off your name of any kind. You know what I mean? And it seems like
it's hard. It
seems like when you black,
but we can change that. We got to come together and change that. Though.
But a white dude can still, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mentioned Robert Downey Jr., but a black dude, his stain's gonna be brought up before a white dude's stain gonna be brought up on his name. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
for sure.
But it's definitely harder for
sure.
So how do you feel transitioning and shit? But how you feel about Terrance Gangsta Williams? And, you know what I mean? What's that, baby half brother and whatever?
Yeah.
It's a lot of allegations about him being a snitch. Now I think when he did the first Vlad interview, mm-hmm. they was talking about, I believe he said he told on niggas that was dead already. Right. So that's the first question I want to get. Do you consider it snitching if you tell on your homeboy that's already dead? Like, say your homeboy committed a crime, right? But your homeboy ain't here no more.
Right.
Do you consider it snitching if you in an interrogation room and you tell the police a crime your homeboy did, but he dead already? So it ain't like he about to go to jail. You know what I mean? He passed on. Do you still consider that snitching?
Yeah.
And why?
I feel like that's snitching because, for one, we all, for one, I feel like it's snitching for one because you had a choice. Mm-hmm. You had a choice. Everybody have a choice. You understand what I'm saying? If I come to you and I say, Meech, it's $1 million over here, I'm finna go get it. You got a choice to tell me, nah, bro, I'll see you when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you scrap your shoes up and put your clothes on and get in that car with me and it go bad, before we get to this $1 million or when we get to this $1 million, you got to take your lick like a man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that's for one. That's why I believe that for one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then for two, if he was living, would you still do that?
That's what I'm saying.
If your partner that you told on, even though he's dead, if he was living, would you still have did that?
9 times. I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, the motherfucker probably still would.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I say that to the motherfuckers that say that that ain't telling. That's still telling. That's still telling. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up when you think about, damn, I'm gonna sit in here 30 years when I could just say this motherfucker did it and he dead. Ain't nothing no harm gonna come to him. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't what you sign up for.
No.
When you and that's why I always tell people, like, when you allow by a citizen, you know what I'm saying, and you live by the laws and you don't stand on that street shit about no telling and this, that, and the third. When you don't live that way, that's just like right now. Something can happen in the neighborhood and them people have been living there 10, 15 years. All they did was went to work, pay their bills, take care of their kids. Never indulged in nothing. Something happened in their yard or at their house, they supposed to call the police. You understand what I'm saying?
That's not telling.
Because they not living that walk of life.
That's not telling. That's a concerned citizen.
You understand what I'm saying?
They're not living that shit.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. Do I think that's telling? If you was living that life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you was running with that man doing committing all those crimes, and he end up dead, and that's like saying if me and you go and commit a crime with me and the police pull up on us on the block and I run, or both of us run, you get caught and I get away, you supposed to tell it was me. Or do you supposed to be quiet? It ain't my fault you got caught, bro. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I look at that when it comes to that. Like, no matter whether he living or he dead, if y'all committed that crime together and y'all made a vow to shut the fuck up, whether it go good or bad, you're supposed to do that. You gotta stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And them my thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? On that part of the Terrance Gangsta Williams situation.
I definitely agree.
You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And at the end of the day, I must say this, and I always say this. My daddy told me, son, if you can't stand it, don't do it. And you won't find yourself in a situation where you got to figure out whether you're going to stand up or you're going to tell. If you can't stand it, don't do it. But if you make that decision to go out there and get in that shit, man, stand up, man, regardless of how it goes.
Right.
You feel me? And I live by that.
You know who taught me? You know who taught me not to snitch or not no telling?
Yeah.
My grandma.
Right. Some of us was taught that from a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us was taught.
I'll never forget that shit.
Mind your business, shut the fuck up. Don't you see grown people talking, going in their room?
No, we was standing.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
We were standing out front of the laundromat.
Real
right?
talk.
We standing out front of the laundromat. We in Philly. I never forget this shit. I had to be in elementary school, right? The police had stopped somebody, or they was dealing with somebody. I can't remember exactly how it was.
Right.
But I remember my grandma come up to me. She said, if the police come up to you and ask you if you seen anything, you tell them you ain't seen nothing.
Right. Right.
That's how I was taught. You mind your fucking business,
right,
and you stay out of people's shit.
Right. If it don't concern you, and if it don't concern you, stay the fuck out of it. Mind your business.
My grandma always
taught that from a baby.
If you run in the streets, me and you go do something, and I get caught, I ain't supposed to tell on nobody.
Nah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Now, living or dead. Living or dead.
Mm-hmm.
Living or dead.
I feel like when
saying?
you dead, it's a little fucked up to do that shit on dead people because now you putting a stain on these.
Yeah, you putting.
And don't get me wrong, there's some motherfuckers out here that done some fucked up shit, but that ain't for you.
Nah,
you know what I mean? To tell, I feel like
if that man, if they buried that
you
man,
let God handle it.
If they buried that man without that stain on his name, don't fuck that up. Leave that like that. Who are you to put a stain on his name to get out of the shit that you been in?
And don't get me wrong, I understand people might be watching this shit and be like, nah, they might be a murderer, they might be, and I understand that shit. You know what I mean?
But is it okay? And I'm gonna ask you this, me. Is it okay to let a murderer use another murderer to get out of what he in?
No.
When we both murderers?
No, right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, where the line get drawn at?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, in my book, yeah, that shit ain't right.
I definitely feel that when you feel that way.
Yeah, that shit ain't right. Like, how could we even rationalize even thinking about letting you tell us something about this man when you was the nigga that commit some of them with him, probably, allegedly. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, your word to us shouldn't even be nothing. Like, a murderer shouldn't be able to get out of prison off another murderer. You feel what I'm saying? Or another killer. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be like that. So that shit bullshit. If you sign up for that shit, whether that man living or dead, you gotta stand on that. And I'm going to my grave believing
you gotta stand on that, man. I see.
I'm going to my grave believing that.
I seen that. We
don't care what nobody
alleged mobster, or you know what I mean, from South Philly. His name Joey Merlino. They call him Skinny Joey.
Right.
And he got a podcast now. And he just did an interview with Vlad. First thing he said was, "I don't know nothing about no mafia."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so motherfucker said, "I don't know nothing about no mafia." At the end of the day, if you chose to get into this life, you made a decision. Same thing I said about 6ix9ine, because people was like, "Oh, 6ix9ine wasn't he wasn't a hood nigga. He wasn't in no gang. He was just a rapper." You know what I mean? But he chose to join this gang in order to become this rapper.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta stand on what you joined and what you chose to be a part of.
Right.
You chose to do this shit. You chose to be a part of this shit.
Right.
You can't just tell on everybody now because you got caught.
You sign up for that shit.
Yeah.
Feel me? You sign up for that shit. You had a choice. If you can't stand it, don't do it. Point blank, period. You sign up for that shit, stand up. I don't give a fuck who you is. You feel me? But that shit 6ix9ine.
But whether they did or
alive, 6ix9ine, that shit lame.
Yeah.
That shit lame, man.
And now them niggas, now don't get me wrong. If they wrong and they committed a crime, you put them in jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish jail on nobody. But you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna put one of them niggas in jail, he deserves to be with him. I don't give a fuck what he told. He deserves to be with him.
A motherfucker should be in jail for talent. That's what. If you sign, it should be a law say. If you sign up, if you knew what was going on, and you sign up for it anyway, and it go bad, and you snitch, you should go to jail.
Just like Sammy the Bull.
It should be. I'm telling you, it should be a law that say that.
Sammy the Bull.
Real talk.
Sammy the Bull, and I love this podcast. I love that nigga story. Sammy the Bull.
Y'all hit that like and subscribe button.
Sammy the Bull.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Is a great storyteller, right? Great storyteller with all that mouth shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like Sammy the Bull, my man admitted to 19 murders. Right. 19. And got out of jail after a couple of years after telling on John Gotti.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Now, it's deeper than him just telling on John Gotti. You know what I mean? And I still probably wouldn't have done it, but I understand why he did it.
Let me tell you something.
But I wouldn't have done it.
That shit crazy.
Listen,
that shit crazy.
He committed 19 murders, and they still let him free. So that's like you said, do you set one murderer free to get another one? Because that's essentially what they did.
You see what I'm saying? When we both killers, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. Like, and niggas won't glory for that. Nah, man, that ain't what that is. You feel what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. I don't condone that telling period. Like I don't care if you knew what was going on, you knew what was going on. Ain't nobody trick you, ain't nobody made you do, ain't nobody force you to do that. You knew what was going on, you had a choice. You had a choice. Everybody got a choice.
You stand on
You
that
feel what
shit
I'm
like a
saying?
man or a woman.
If you sign up for that shit, you stand up, man. You know what I'm saying? You stand up. I'm telling you, man, listen, that shit hurt me to my heart when I see motherfuckers who had a choice to stay out that shit, but got in it anyway, and then go and tell.
But it's
bro,
worse.
You had a choice.
It's worse when it's motherfuckers that grew up together since. You know what I'm saying?
And listen,
it's horrible.
A
lot of it ends like that.
Listen, grow up together, that shit out the window. Niggas tell them they partners they went to school, elementary school with, tell them they cousins, brothers. These niggas don't care, bro. I'm telling you, that snitching shit is at on all-time high right now. You feel me? And it's almost to the point to where it seems normal. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's almost to the point where
it's accepted.
Normal. But listen, let me tell you
6ix9ine made it acceptable.
Let me tell you something. It ain't acceptable to me. And it's never gonna be, bro. I'm never gonna accept that shit. Because for one, bro, I done been down. I done been in penitentiary twice. Feel what I'm saying? The other little shit was little, you know what I'm saying, little wild A, little juvenile bullshit. You feel me? But not only that, I went by myself, I came back by myself. Was it niggas that I could have took with me? Of course. But you can't find one to say he went with me or he went because of me. Feel me? And not only that, my daddy, bro. Right now, when soon y'all tap in with me, y'all books, y'all write them books, y'all doing them movies, y'all tap in with me. I got a couple of them. I'm talking about big meat stories and all. But I'm gonna say this. My pops did 24 years and 7 months off of 25 years in the federal penitentiary. You heard me? My daddy did 24 years, 7 months off of 25 years in the federal penitentiary.
You might as well say
listen to me, bro. Listen to me. And at that point, you know, I had seen niggas, even myself, I had seen niggas go to prison 2 or 3 times. And when I seen them go through that type of situation, off top, I automatically thought that they could handle that shit because they already been through it. But with my pops, it was different. He had never been in a jail cell a day in his life. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, man, ain't no way he can handle that. Ain't no way he finna accept that. Ain't no way he could, you know what I'm saying? He could do that. But he took that shit and ain't told nobody. And brought nobody with him. Everybody that was in the indictment with him came home, except for him and his brother, because that's them the only 2 people that they wanted. And I ain't gonna give up too much, but them the only 2 people that they wanted. But they indicted 20 others with them, and the only people could have sunk the other 20, the other 18 people was them 2. Right. But and then gave up now. You know what I'm saying? Same is a similar story to the Big Meat story. Right. Everybody, but the difference between that story and their story, people with big meats went to prison. Right. You know what I'm saying? People with my dad and them, everybody that was long story short, everybody that was indicted with them came home. Right. And everybody that was indicted, including my dad and them, went to trial. You heard me? So this is a story. This is a story for a few books, a few movies, all that. But I said that to say this: you ain't gotta tell, bro.
No, if you a part of something, you take it.
You don't gotta tell. Ain't no such shit as you gotta tell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta think before you do that shit. Is what you gotta do. You gotta rationalize what can happen. Could I stand what can happen? You know what I'm saying? Before you just jump in this shit. You feel me? Because once you in it, you in it. Yep. You feel me? Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts on that shit. And I'm gonna say this one more thing before we get to the next. You know what I'm saying? I watch niggas, man, like the nigga like Blood Raw. CTE Blood Raw. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. I fuck with him. I watch him. You know what I'm saying? He might not even know this, but this is what I took from him. They said you can't beat the feds. They said it's a 98% rate, conviction rate.
Mm-hmm.
But he showed me that that's a lie. You can beat the feds.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And anything is possible. You know, without telling, you gotta pray. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have faith and believe. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta do no nigga dirty in order to get out your situation. Just pray, bro. Believe, have a little faith. And that's what that man showed me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm quite sure it was plenty of niggas he could have said, he did it. Yeah. He did it. He did it. But that man got on his knees and prayed every night. You feel what I'm saying? And had faith that the good Lord was gonna get him out of that. Was gonna bring him through that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And look, he's still who he is. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did nobody dirty. He can go anywhere he want to go. You know, and it ain't even about that. It's about being a man and knowing.
At the end of the day, it's about your morals.
Right? And knowing that, hey, I signed up for that.
Right.
Ain't nobody forced me into that. I ain't had to be in that if I'd have made a better choice. You feel me? And that's what I said to that. You don't got to tell.
So,
you feel me?
The last topic we got is, do you, and it's the last question.
Well, hold up. I want to speak on, I don't know if you finna, I'm going to see what you finna speak on.
Well, go ahead.
But I definitely want to touch on that clip I seen with the Vlad TV interview.
With Terrance.
With the new Terrance Gangsta William paperwork.
Yeah. So in that paperwork, it suggested that while he was in prison, he wore a wire.
Terrance Gangsta William.
Yeah, he wore a wire, allegedly, and recorded a conversation he had with two other inmates, and they was admitting the murders that they committed that was unsolved, and different things like that.
Right.
And they actually went to trial based off of, and was charged, with new crimes or whatever based off of that recording.
Right.
And they got sentenced, and I believe they said they got life or whatever like that.
Yeah.
He denied it, and in his defense, his name wasn't mentioned in the indictment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for some way it came out that it was supposed to be him allegedly. How do you feel about that? I ain't gonna lie. And the way he kind of denied it in his response to him, Vlad asked him about it.
Right.
I kind of believe he did the shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right.
And I don't know him from a can of paint, man. I know the old stories from the 90s. You know what I mean? What he used to do in the streets and everything else. But shit, I know a lot of gangster motherfuckers that done turned, fed or state's witness.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of gangster motherfuckers that did some. We just talked about Sammy the Bull. He admitted to 19 murders. He still told on them motherfuckers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
sure.
I kind of the way he responded to the shit and the way he answered questions and everything else, I kind of don't believe the nigga. Really? Like I really feel like, man. And like you said, I feel like if a motherfucker tell him the dead and shit, he'll tell him the living. Shit.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't tell dead or alive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stand on that. You
That's
know what
how
I'm
I
saying?
feel.
You shouldn't tell dead or alive. And I ain't gonna and I got situations like that. I ain't gonna get into it. But I got situations like that. People mad at me right now because they feel like I should this, that, and the third. When I stand on what I stand on.
So
you feel what I'm saying? Like I stand on what I stand on. I'm not never ever doing that.
Do you feel like he wore a wire and recorded them people's conversation?
Man, let me tell you something, I don't know what's going on, but it's starting to look blurry for Terrance Gangsta Williams. You feel me? I'm telling you, it's starting to look blurry because he even said it himself. With the first incident, he kind of slid past. Mm-hmm. Everybody's kind of gave him I ain't gonna say gave him a pass, but You know what I'm saying? Like at least tolerated him. You
Right.
feel me?
Right. I mean, he got 100,000 followers.
But yeah, so you know it's like if somebody want to hear what he got to say.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm one of the subscribers to Sammy the Bull. I call him a rat too, but I still want to hear his fucking story.
But my thing is, man, I don't know if he wore the wire or not. Well, he said he wore the wire on his homeboy though. Mm-hmm. So he had wore a wire.
Like I said, if you tell him he's dead, you're gonna.
Let's be clear about that. He said he wore a wire on his co-defendant, right? So let's be clear about that. So y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments and let me know. Mm-hmm. If you wear a wire one time, will you wear it again? And let us know. You feel me? Do you consider it snitching if you tell them the dead? Yeah. If somebody committed a murder or somebody committed a robbery or any crime and they already passed on, do you feel like it's snitching if someone told on them and to lessen their time? You know what I mean? Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments, man. So the next question. Because I know me personally. What's that? You ain't finna script me naked and put nothing on me. Listen, you ain't under no circumstance. I have to take that on the chin. You feel me? I gotta lay down. Yeah. I gotta lay down. Take it on the chin. Where the Roman noodles at? You feel me? Shit. So let me ask you this before we get out of here. A Cash Money reunion tour. Do you feel like it's possible? And I'm talking about everybody. Do you feel like that's possible? Cash, I want to see that shit, bro. Yeah, I mean, I want that shit to happen. There's millions of people, millions of people that want to see that shit. I want to see that shit, bro. I want to feel like it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Could it happen? It could happen. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, they can't forget that everybody ain't them young niggas no more. Mm-hmm. Everybody grown. Mm-hmm. Everybody in their own space now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own perspective on life now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it would, Meech. I'm gonna tell you like this. It seemed like it would, Meech. It seemed like it could. Being that everybody grown men now, it seemed like everybody's the childish stuff should be out the window. I'm gonna tell you like this. For the bag, don't Meech. It's not gonna happen. For the bag, don't Meech. You know why? At the end of the day, I thought that, you know what I'm saying? Put that shit aside for the bag. At the end of the day, it's too many reasons why it won't happen. Number one, the personal issues, different people got with one another, that's not gonna be set aside. All right. Number two, everybody ain't gonna get the same money. Right. Because you're not gonna pay Wayne the same thing you gonna pay Terrance. Right. I heard something in the air about that already. About who making the move. Yeah, you're not gonna pay Wayne the same amount you pay BG. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Right. You're not gonna pay, and then Baby, he's gonna get his cut in the Slim. You see what I'm saying? Right. But then on top of that, besides those two issues, is motherfuckers gonna trust to get their proper, money that they agreed that, to take. Because everybody always say the fastest way to get paid by Baby? Soon. Damn. That's the joke. Like everybody say the fastest way to get your money from Baby is to soon. Damn, man. So and they still, that's what they beefing over now. Remember Wayne wanted, the money he thought he was entitled to, he was, and him and Baby going back. You know what I mean? Because that's Baby's biggest artist. Let's be real. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, and that was like the end of Cash Money, Young Money, and all that shit. So, and then on top of that, it's like, because Young Money was an extension of Cash Money. Right. Do you bring Drake and Nicki on that tour? And now you got to remember, those are two mega stars. Nah, but they're not rapping. So you're just doing regular Cash Money. But I think this a hot boy. Okay. Cash Money. So like I said, you feel what I'm saying? And they wouldn't be a part. They wouldn't be part of. Okay, so you nix that part, that last one. Right. But those three questions right there gotta be answered. You know what I mean? And then if it is a Cash Money reunion tour, right? Mm-hmm. At the end, who's to say it gets worse and just falls back apart? Because like I said,
people might not be getting up. They didn't get all their money,
Right.
or you know what I mean. Somebody going to court with this person, that person. So it's just a lot. Can the personal issues with different people be resolved? Can they agree on who gonna get what?
I'll leave your thoughts in the comments.
Can they and is it gonna be like, some dust up shit at the end? You know what I mean, where motherfuckers didn't get all their money, or you know what I mean, something gonna go wrong.
Right.
So yeah, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, man. Let us know how you feel about the Cash Money reunion tour. OG already said he wanted to happen. I definitely want to see it happen because Cash Money, I feel like everybody had their time, and especially for the South, Cash Money and No Limit was like two of the biggest fractions and record labels that was, you know what I mean, especially Cash Money. Cash Money was like the voice of at least my generation. You know what I mean? That early 2000s, nigga, bling bling, you know what I mean? They got
Cash
shit in the
Money,
dictionary.
Cash Money and No Limit.
Yeah.
I know I'm bumping both of them in my car. Sometimes I still bump them, you know what I'm saying?
I'm still playing Cash Money shit.
Still right now.
I was just playing Juvenile 400 Degrees this morning. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that shit still not.
Especially when P dropped that ghetto beat.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everybody listen. Cash Money, Cash Money, No Limit, Rap a Lot. Those were like three of the biggest, you know what I mean, fractions of record labels, groups, whatever you want to call them, in the South. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be no TIs or you know what I mean, Gucci Manes or none of them niggas without the early South hip hop, 3-6 Mafia, 8 Ball, MJG, Soulja Slim, Trick Daddy, like all them niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those three fractions, Rap a Lot, Cash Money, and No Limit, was like the biggest, you know what I mean? They were the Rockefellers of the South. You know what I mean? They were the Def Jams of the South. So that they definitely brought a lot. I would love to see a Cash Money reunion tour. I can hope that they put, all their beef and whatever to the side, man, and differences and stuff like that.
For sure.
I would love to see it, man.
For sure. Real. That's me too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG too, man. I must say that.
Yeah, welcome home.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome home, my dog. You know what I'm saying? I know they was giving you hell when you first came home with the internet shit.
That ain't number free publicity, man.
But you got to learn. You got to be internet. What they say? You got to be
internet tough.
Yeah, you got to be. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have thick skin.
Believe that. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna mess with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Even us doing this shit right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. You gotta be ready for the criticism and people talking about you and all that extra bullshit. Yeah, but it ain't nothing but free publicity, man.
Yeah, but we built for that though.
When they talking about you, that means you know what I mean, they talking about you.
Yeah, we built for that.
And BG hit the ground running, man. You know what I mean? Sure. I believe he on Kevin Gates' new album.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? He doing songs with different people.
Shout out to
songs
BG, man.
So BG hit the ground running, man. He doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? So capitalize off of all that internet shit, man. Fuck that shit.
I always shout out BG because that was my favorite hot boy. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all of them, I fuck with all of them music, but that was my favorite hot boy.
I was always a Juvenile fan, man.
Yeah, even when he left, you know what I'm saying?
I was always a Juvenile fan, man.
Shout out to BG.
What got me with Juvenile, right? What got me with Juvenile, I remember. Like I'm gonna say 99, I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what got me with Juvenile was when that shit dropped and he said, "You see me, I eat, sleep, shit, and talk."
Oh, yeah.
You see that night? I was sold, nigga.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sold on Juvenile. Juvie was my nigga, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Juvie was my nigga for sure.
Yeah, I fuck with Juvie now.
Yeah, Juvie was my nigga, man.
He snapped too, but that young nigga BG was like,
oh, for sure. I fuck with BG.
Just the gutterness.
This movie came
just
out.
Just the gutterness about the nigga.
Fuck with BG.
You know what I'm saying? Just the gutterness about him.
Mm-hmm.
I took a liking to him. You feel me? Like, and then he was coming with that shit back to back. Mm-hmm. Even when he left Cash Money, you feel me? Mm-hmm. He was still dropping that
shit. Them niggas are just different, man, for whatever reason. Like when they came out, them niggas, they had even the glasses they wore, they had the gold glasses, the gold frames on, nigga, the gold teeth, the Cash Money.
Yeah, any nigga
white beaters, bandana.
Any nigga say Cash Money ain't changed the game or kick
Oh,
when they came
lying,
through.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They bullshit. That's cap, bro.
They don't know hip hop.
You feel me?
Let me just say that. You don't know hip hop, and I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna just stop talking to you.
Any nigga that say that, bro, believe that. Cash money, no limit, change the game, bro. Believe that.
Yeah, man. So listen, man, it's my fault. It's gonna be a little bit of a short episode today.
Yeah. But I got one or two things I want to kick it. Might ask you, tell the people before we get out of here. We ain't gonna hold them up too long. You know what I'm saying? But
I definitely gotta go.
Is there anything you wanna tell the people? Because I got this little game I like to play, like 5 questions, either or. You can explain why you said what you said. You don't have to.
All right, I got enough time for the game.
Let's get into that right now.
Got a little bit of time for the game.
Credit or money?
Credit? Yeah. I feel like good credit and good credit history. Give me the credit, because don't get me wrong, money can buy this and money can buy that. But if you ain't got good credit, it's like, then what's the point? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if I want to start a business and stuff like that, you still got to go through, and have the credit right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because everything, you ain't gonna want to pay out of pocket with everything. And then you're gonna fuck around and bleed yourself dry. You're trying to pay out of pocket with everything.
And then with me, I chose credit because, I done been to places when my credit was shitty. Mm-hmm. I done been to places where with the money. Mm-hmm. And still couldn't get it. Mm-hmm. And it fucked me up. I'm like, damn, I got all the money. Mm-hmm. They were like, well, shit, let me what your credit score is. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And it made me know and realize that, hey, man, you got to get it together. You feel what I'm saying? Credit is mean more than any dollar you can have. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's why I'm trying to put people on with people on, like, what's your credit? Oh, I got good credit. What's your credit? Oh, my credit 690. My credit is 700. Right. My credit is 680. Right. Okay. Do you have credit history? Right. Like, what you mean? Like, do you have history of you paying bills with your credit? Do you have history? Have you ever had anything in your name? A cell phone bill. Some furniture from Aaron's. Anything like that. Because you can have good credit, and that's great. Having good credit. Right. But if you don't have proof that these people can see that you pay your bills. Because that's all credit is, proof that you're seeing how well you pay your bills. If you don't pay your bills, your credit gonna be shitty, and you're gonna have all this shit on your credit. People saying you owe. But if you got good credit and you showing me your credit history, your payment history, like my payment history right now is at 100%. I was just looking at my shit yesterday. I always pay all my bills, my credit cards, my just the bills that I have, cell phone bill, cable bill, everything that your credit looks at. If you have a good history of that shit and good credit, man, you can get anything in the fucking book. Right. And you ain't got to spend money right now. That's all credit is. You need good credit to buy a house. You need good credit to get a car at a lower interest rate, the lower payments. You need good credit to do these things. You need good credit to go out and establish a business. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the less of your own money you spend, that's why it's the better. That's why you want to go out and get investors. Diddy, when you're speaking to Diddy, as far as Bad Boy is big enough now to where one person does not own Bad Boy. You feel what I'm saying? They're board members. If Diddy get up right now and say, I want to sell Bad Boy, he can't. He got to get approval from all the board members and all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers, Bad Boy done went public, motherfuckers done bought stock. You feel what I'm saying? All that shit. So when you get big enough, you try to get investors. Diddy ain't spent his own money in years. You spend other people's money, make a profit, and then, you give them, what y'all agree on or whatever. Diddy ain't spent his own money in years. And that's what it is. A lot of these motherfuckers, they not spending their own money. They got investors and everything else. You feel what I'm saying? It's different ways to do it. So yeah, I'll choose credit, man. What else you got for me?
Let me ask you this right here. And this right here, I meant to ask you the last time you was on the show, but it kind of slipped my mind. Who would you say is the GOAT out of Birdman Master P, Jay-Z, and Jermaine Dupri.
As far as what though, the GOAT, as far as
the GOAT period, all overall, music industry, career, the GOAT period, all around. Who would you call the GOAT?
if you ask me, well, I mean, obviously you asking me, but in my opinion, I would have to choose Jay-Z.
Okay.
Like, number one, in my opinion, again, Jay-Z is the greatest rapper to ever walk this earth. I understand the Biggies and the Tupacs and all that stuff, and you know what I mean. But Jay-Z is the greatest rapper to ever walk this earth. You know what I mean?
I respect that.
So, and you know what I mean. There's, like I said, that was my era. You know what I mean? I was heavy down south because I was always coming down to South Carolina. But at the end of the day, I was still a Philly kid. You feel me?
I respect that,
So,
bro. I respect that.
I grew up with the Seagulls and
I respect
the state properties and the major figures and Jay-Z's and
I respect that.
Loxes and
I respect that
because that's what my old heads was listening to.
I respect that, bro.
But,
I respect that.
I would say Jay-Z just because he's one of the greatest rappers to ever live. I say the greatest. On top of that, all his business ventures, you know what I mean? He's a smart businessman. He's learned from, you know what I mean, I guess the different people he's had around him business-wise and stuff like that. But he thinks the way I think, you know what I mean? As far as his different business ventures, he knows when to get out and when to sell and all that stuff. But on top of that, like he does things to always acquire wealth. You know,
true. I agree with that. Shout out to Ho.
Jay-Z has a lot of money. Like he buys
hit that like and subscribe button.
He buys art. You know what I mean? He buys things that are going to increase in value. You know what I mean? Things that he can leave his kids. Like that 444 album. When he came out with that album, a couple years ago, a few years ago, whatever, everybody was on, you know what I mean? Oh, niggas got to fix their credit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then 6 months after the album came out, niggas wasn't talking about that shit no more.
That real shit.
You know what I mean? Some other shit came out. But if you listen to it, he be kicking game to niggas on how to get money.
And that's why I fuck with Hov. And I put Hov in my top 5 of niggas who I would think of being a GOAT.
Now don't get me wrong, Master P still made
him in my top 5.
Master P still made hood classics. Master P still sold millions of records. Master P done gave you know, a whole bunch of artists, you know, from Mystical.
Yeah, I put Hov in my top 5. I respect your answer, you feel me?
Right.
But I put Hov in my top 5 as being a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? In the music industry, in the industry. In the industry, I put Hov in my top 5, you feel me? But I don't put him number 1. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll argue that situation later. I respect your answer though. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Not unless you want to know my answer.
What's yours?
My top, my who I would pick being the GOAT out of that would be Master P. Because, and I'm gonna say this, just this little part. Niggas in the industry, in the music industry, and probably in movies too, wouldn't have never been making the money that they making or that they started making if it wasn't for Master P. Baby, Jay-Z, none of those dudes didn't start getting real rap money until Master P came along. Feel what I'm saying?
I can't argue that.
And that's it is. I can go down a list of other things. Don't get it twisted now. Master P, my number 1 GOAT. For that reason and several others. Then I would say Jay-Z and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's like Master P paved the way and showed us that we can really make these people pay us. And then Hov took the torch and took the torch with that being said and him knowing that and blew the fuck up with it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say 1 or 2, but we can argue that all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, no, I respect that answer though.
Like
I said, you really, honestly, man, that's a question where you can choose all 3 and not be wrong.
All three and not be wrong, right?
So, right. I definitely agree with that. Right. What else you got for me?
I gotta ask you this right here. Like, who is your hottest? Who you think is the hottest rapper out right now? Like the hottest.
Not the most popular, but you think the hottest rapper?
The hottest. Not the most popular. Anybody can be popular. You know what I mean when I say who you think the hottest rapper in the game right now?
The hottest rapper in the game right now. I'm gonna have to go with my homie. I got a couple. Let me just name the couple that I think that are dope. I got my there's a rapper out of Philly named Prezi. He doing a lot of battle rap right now, but he do got a lot of music on Apple Music, and on all the major platforms.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a dope artist.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to my man Prezi.
Sure.
Don Tripp
For
out of
sure.
Memphis. Don Tripp is dope. That nigga dropped like, I don't know. I think we just started 2024. We'll be in the third month now.
For sure.
I think this nigga's dropped about 4 albums already.
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Don Tripp if you go in there and type in Don Tripp, that nigga has a gang of fucking music, and the nigga is dope as hell. Who else is a hot rapper right now? A lot of niggas don't like Joyner Lucas for whatever reason. Joyner Lucas can rap his ass off.
Right.
Not too many motherfuckers can keep up with Eminem. And the song he got with Eminem, he kept up with that nigga. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just to name a few, man. But it's a lot of dope artists. Shout out all my niggas in Philly. Shout out C Cash, Jerry's. You know what I mean? OG Benny. My other OG Benny. You know what I mean? Shout out OG Benny, sure. Man, my business partner. You know what I mean? Rich, all them niggas in Philly, man. You know what I mean? All my HMO niggas. So, but it's definitely, it's a lot of hot artists out right now.
Okay. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I gotta ask you this right here. Name one album that dropped in the last 5 years that was a classic that you can ride to with no skips.
One album that dropped in the last 5 years. So, 5 years ago? We're going to say since 2019, 2018. A classic album that dropped with no skips.
A classic album that dropped in the last 5 years.
I think you finally got me with this question.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. A lot of niggas don't think so. Or some people might disagree. I ain't gonna say a lot of niggas don't think so. Some niggas might disagree. And it might just be because it brought back like a nostalgic feeling to me. You know what I mean? Back when, you know what I mean, I was a teenager going into, you know, my early adult years. But Jeezy's latest album, man, that shit.
Yeah, like, I ain't doing no complaining.
And that shit ain't you can
I ain't doing no complaining.
You can listen to that shit.
Shout out to Snow, man. I'm surprised you said that.
No
bro.
Skips.
No skips. I ain't lying, man.
That's my shit.
I might forgive, but I don't forget. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
These niggas delusional. Hey, Snow came with that there, boy.
So that shit brought
shout out to Snow.
2006 vibe.
Yeah,
you know
boy.
That shit knocking the car. The lyrics is dope, man. So yeah, man. That's probably I'm gonna say that album. There's definitely other albums, I'm sure. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that's the first album that popped in my head.
Last 5 years.
That question.
That's dope, bro. Because you know Snow, my nigga, I fuck with Snow. You know what I'm saying?
That's that shit, man.
Shout out to Jeezy, man. You feel me?
I look like stretching in this Bentley.
You know what I'm saying? Last but not least, though.
What's up?
If I gave you 100K right now, if I gave you $100,000 right now, and you had one chance and one option, what would you do with that 100K?
I probably invest that shit into one of my businesses that I got that I know. You feel what I'm saying? That I know, like I got my battle league. I mean, shout out to the Gas Chamber Battle League out of Philly. I got my battle league, and I probably invest in that shit. You know what I mean? Battling, honestly, is growing. You know what I mean? The battle rap culture is definitely growing.
Sure.
It's a lot of different leagues out there, and I definitely know I got the talent. You give me 100K, I'm gonna bring you back a profit. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing you back a profit, and that shit for real probably wouldn't even. I probably wouldn't even use that whole 100K.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't even use that bitch.
That's what it is.
So listen, you give me 50K, I'm gonna bring you back something. You know what I mean? That shit gonna grow.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna invest that shit. A lot of niggas, I ain't gonna lie to you, 100K ain't a lot of money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And niggas think, and don't get me wrong, it's a substantial amount of money, but it's not a lot of money. That shit can go quick.
Right.
You can blow 100K in a day.
Right.
You don't believe me, nigga?
Right.
Take me to Atlanta or Charlotte Mall.
You make the wrong turn, you hit.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? You hit.
Sure shit.
Spending that money.
Yeah, 100K, nigga, you could buy a car and put a big dent in that shit.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So, you gotta when you got something like 100K, you gotta think wisely, man. That's why we get these advances.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you gotta
only got
smart.
one shot.
Yeah,
this 100K, what would you do?
You gotta think smart. I would invest in it. And if you don't have a business, I would try to create one. Sit down and really think about what, you know what I mean, what's there a demand for it and something that you could do. You know what I mean? I got homies that got clothing lines. I got homies that do music videos.
Partner with somebody that's already got
invest in somebody else's business. Then that's the case. You know what I mean? Be a solid partner. Try to figure out turn that 100K into turn that 2 into 4. You know what I mean? 4 into 6. I'm trying to get more and more money. My whole thing is, destroying generational curses.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do everything the right way, if that makes sense.
Right, I feel you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like even with my family, a small generational curse is by the time a male in my family was my age, they got about 4, 5, 6 kids.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? I ain't got none of them motherfuckers.
I feel you.
So you know what I mean? You gotta try to break the generational curses that's not good for you.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Change some of them fucked up narratives.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Real shit. Well, hey, check this out, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button.
Definitely.
I want to tell y'all.
Shout out to Respect again.
I really appreciate y'all each and every time I go live, I upload a video, or I do a podcast, for tuning in, tapping in, and watching and listening at the things that me and some of the people on the show talking about. You always gonna get a positive message. I don't know. I might could change something in your relationship. I might can fix the way you think. I don't know. But tune in, tap in. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Until the next time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do. My nigga Meech.
Bro.
I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Believe that. Respect the game radio. Believe that.